Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. We have a question that came into us, and it's from Arthur Rosenblatt, and Arthur says, the Peak Performance golf swing works very well with me when I use my shorter clubs, straight, good distance and height. However, as I switch to longer clubs, I push the ball to the right, and the longer the club, the more I tend to push it to the right. As far as I can tell, I am using the same setup, alignment, and swing, etc. What am I doing wrong? Thanks for any help you can provide. And again, that's from Arthur. All right, well, you know, anytime we're talking about having a problem of hitting shots that are going offline, the first thing we're always going to come back to is what? Checking out your alignment. Now, Arthur says here that he's pretty certain his alignment is correct. And I guess I could just say that I've heard that before. And I can't tell you how many times at golf lessons and in golf schools I've had a student say to me, boy, I'm working hard on my alignment. I know it's correct, and I'm dead certain it's correct. But when they start hitting some shots and I get behind them and I start checking out the alignment and I finally come up to them and drop some alignment arrows down by their toes in their alignment line and their aiming line, and then pulling up on their shoulders, they don't match the shoulders and the feet don't match, and in many cases they're way off to the right. And if they're making good swings and just hitting it out there and swinging right down their toe line, when they transfer their weight, they'll hit the ball. For right-handed to be hitting blocks to the right. So, what's the number one key here in alignment? The number one key I've always said is if you stand here and you make what you think is a really good swing, you have a good setup and a good swing, and hit a really good shot, and that ball goes to a wrong place, and you've made a good swing, it means you got to a good finish. When you come back down, turn around and put the club down by your toes, then walk directly behind it and check out your alignment. Now, right here, I'm just about set up dead in line with the end of the mat here. So that would be the number one thing. I know many times we feel like we have good alignment, but we don't. So the number one thing I've always asked students in terms of when I'm giving them a lesson and we have to talk about alignment, I always say, when you make a good swing and you hit a good shot to a wrong place and you've had your balance, a good balance finish, drop the club and check your toe line, and then check where your aiming line was parallel to that toe line. And the odds are, if you made a good swing and hit a good shot to a wrong place, it was a wrong place in your mind, but it was not a wrong place in your actual setup. And so that's the difference. Check it out. I've asked that of numerous students, and I almost never see anybody doing it. I do it religiously, all right? But most people I ask them to do it don't ever do it religiously. And they admit to it when I get them for another lesson and I show them again. They thought they were lined up and it's wrong, all right? So always check the alignment first. I think another issue setup-wise could be that let's say the alignment was good, but I get in here and my ball position's supposed to be here, but I got it back there, and I make a perfect swing and come in, hit the ball too soon, that ball's going to the right again for a right-hander, left for a left-hander. So ball position is critical, because effectively, if you have perfect alignment and the ball gets too far back for a right-hander, and coming in, you don't get quite squared up to impact yet, so you're effectively aimed right. Just like if I get the ball too far forward, by the time I get to the ball, my shoulders and my hips have opened up too much because I should have hit it here, and now I hit it over there. The club face, instead of being there, is a little bit already released because I have to hold on longer to get to the ball. So forward is effectively for right-hander, aim left. So check your ball position. Another big issue could be, especially as clubs get longer, if we take the backswing, it's a longer club. If they start to go a little bit flat, there's more length and weight and acceleration and momentum in that club to help pull you deeper. And if it is starting to go flat, it will tend to go even more flat and laid off. And if you swing straight down through there, basically get that in, swing straight down, there again is right for a right-hander. So that would be the big three that I would say that you should check. If you feel like you're making pretty good setup, pretty good swing, and the ball is going to the right for righty and left for lefty, it basically would be blocks and power blocks and pushes. Check your alignment, absolutely see if it's correct, your ball position, and then check that you're not turning too much and getting a sacred burial ground, and or that you're not getting laid off and coming straight down from there, which will come in from too much to the inside, swinging out. Okay, So check those 3 things and that should help you out. And I got a feeling that one of those 3 or maybe a combination of a couple of them are the issue. But don't forget that anytime you hit a good shot and it goes to a wrong place, check, come back, put the club down and check it, because what you're thinking in your mind where you are and where you physically are could be 2 different things. And you need to check that out so you can know exactly that that block wasn't really a block. If you were aimed to the right, you just made a great swing and hit it to right where you were aimed. And so that's a swing you want to remember. So the key is next time, double check to make sure that your alignment is correct. So amazing, 90 to 95% of all swing problems arise out of alignment. So when I get a question like this, that's where I always start it, and that's where I always tend to finish with it, because that's the major reason why we make good swings, hit good shots to the wrong place. Okay? Wrong place based on your physical setup, not your mental setup. All right, well, that's it for the search for today, and I'll be talking to y'all again soon.